course, Central Methodist won the first game, 11-1, and in the second game, Central Methodist won the score of 9-0. Central Methodist, they are 11-8, 2-0 in the conference. Park is 0-2, 8-9, and today is my 7,900th game as a broadcaster as well. So hopefully everybody can listen in there and enjoy this historic first game there as well. If you look at the numbers for Central Methodist hitting wise, it's Ryan Malzahn, 373 hitter, 8 homers, 26 RBIs. While for Park, it's Jared Hamlet, 346 hitter, no homers, 2 RBIs. For on the pitcher side, that's Alexander Gry C. Witt, 1-1, 1.38 ERA, 5 walks and 9 strikeouts. For Park, it's Colin Zan Canella, 0-0, 1.14 ERA, 8 walks and 14 strikeouts as well. Of course, looking at the sports schedule, of course, you have a doubleheader game number 1 between Central Methodist Park. Also, softball, they're on the road to Atchison, Kansas, taking on Benedictine in a doubleheader. First game starts at 1 o'clock. Second game at 3. Of course, Central Methodist, they split a doubleheader yesterday with Park. They won the first game at 5-3, and then lost the second game 8-7. Of course, Benedictine, they're 2-0 and 15-7 altogether as well. Of course, at 2 o'clock on ABC Sports, it's the Boston Bruins taking on the Washington Capitals there as well. Of course, Park and Central Methodist go at it at 2:30. Softball will play Benedictine at 3 p.m. for the second game there as well. Tomorrow night on TNT, it's an NHL game. The Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Minnesota Wild there as well. Then on Monday, in another NHL game, the Boston Bruins take on the New Jersey Devils down at the Prudential Center in New York, New Jersey. Then on St. Patrick's Day, the Minnesota Wild take on the Chicago Blackhawks there as well. And then on Wednesday night, the New Jersey Devils take on the New York Rangers there as well. I think on the 19th, Central Methodist softball is playing a doubleheader at Stevens College there. It's a makeup game from March the 12th. Then on Saturday, Central Methodist baseball, they'll play a doubleheader in the first game, part of a 4-game series out in Baldwin City, Kansas against Park University. First game's at 1. Then softball, they'll be in Olathe, Kansas, taking on Mid-American Nazarene. Their first game of doubleheader is at 1. Second game is 3. Then baseball will play Baker in the second game at 3:30. Then an NHL game, the Boston Bruins take on the Detroit Red Wings there. And then on the 22nd, baseball will be at Baker for a 1 o'clock start. And then next Sunday, it's the home opener for the Central Methodist softball teams. I'm looking forward to seeing them out on the newly renamed Reardon Family Field there on 41 CMU Drive. They'll begin at 1 o'clock. Pre-game show 12:45. Of course, I'll be on the play-by-play of that one. Second game at 3, and then baseball will play at Baker at 3:30 p.m. as well. Both these coaches will meet out at home plate. For Central Methodist, that's Nate Breland. For Park, it's Kerry Lundy as well. We'll go ahead and give you today's starting lineups there. It is sponsored by Casey's. Leading off and playing third base, it's Evan Johnson. Playing center field in the number 2 spot, it's Jackson Polich. AJ Alvarez is at second base. Deanne Medina is as the catcher. At first base there is Willery Santiago. That is Sam Sisk at shortstop there. That is Jared Hamlin in left field, and in right field in the DH is Gabriel Vieira. Today's starting pitcher for Park University is Carlos Roses. For your Central Methodist Eagles there, they're leading off as Jordan Vasquez as that shortstop. Hitting in the number 2 spot, today's starting pitcher and the designated hitter is Gavin Whitehurst. Ram Malzahn is in left field there. Dario Rios is at third base. Simon J.J. Yoakum is out in center field there. Zeb Wheaties in right field. Wilson Decker's at first base. Landon McKillop's at shortstop, and Dawson Foster is behind the plate. Of course, the umpires are out there just going over the ground rules, just there as well. And of course, normally this would have been a Saturday Sunday game, but they moved it up to yesterday and today because of inclement weather. As the great Dan Henry used to say on WDAF TV4 as well. So both these coaches head out to the dugouts, and I think we'll have Tim Crowley be our PA announcer. He'll give out today's starting lineups there as well. Great day for baseball. I think that according to Channel 8's own Allison Bivens, it's about 68 degrees there as well. So hopefully we'll be in the 60s by the time this game is done here at Central Methodist here as well. Quentin Norris calling from the catbird seat. Now we're waiting things lined out there as well. Of course, great win for Central Methodist Baseball. They have really come on strong as well. They have won 6 in a row there as well. At one time, so they have won 6 in a row now. And all 6 times they have won ever since the United States men's hockey team won the gold medal. And only 8 times since the day when Reverend Jesse Jackson passed away on February the 17th.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Edson Field for today's Heart Baseball matchup between the Park University Pirates and your Central Methodist Eagles. We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA standards and character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now let's meet the starters for today's contest. First for the visiting team on the scoreboard, Park University.
We got the starting lineups, the national anthem, and now let's set the defense for you. That's sponsored by the Exchange Bank of Missouri. Out in left field is Ryan Malzahn. Out in center field, Simon J.J. Yoakum. In right field, Zeb Weedy. At third base, Dario Rios, who's played well, made some good plays, turning a couple of double plays in that doubleheader as well. Down at shortstop, Jordan Vasquez had a homer and 4 RBIs in game number 1 yesterday. Landon McKillop is at second base. That's Wilson Decker, Dawson Foster, and there you see Gavin Whitehurst. 1 and 2, 6.75 ERA, 13 walks, and 28 strikeouts. Give you the starting lineups here just in case you're joining us. That's Evan Johnson is at third base. Jackson Polich is in center field. A.J. Alvarez is second base. That's Dean Medina is at catcher. That is Edward Gonzalez is in right field. Wilry Santiago is at third base. Sam Sisk is at shortstop. Jared Hamlin is in left field, and that's Gabriel Vieira is the DH. And today's starting pitcher for Park University, Carlos Roses. Gavin Whitehurst getting his warm-up tosses there. We should be ready to go. And as the great Vin Scully would say it best, let's pull up a chair then and get ready for some Central Methodist baseball. Crowd's starting to file in there. Nothing wrong starting at 12 noon, just like the days of when NBC used to have the game of the week. It would be the pregame show hosted by Marv Albert. Then the baseball game would start at 12:15 with Vin Scully and Joe Garagiola. As Evan Johnson will be the batter up there. 200 hitter, no homers, 2 RBIs on the season from Olen Park, Kansas. That is a ball call. Come at 12 noon. Temperature about 52 degrees. The time and temperature sponsored by the parking spot. Easy to spot, easy to park. The parking spot here at Kansas City International Airport. The 1-0 pitch. Ball 2 there. 2 balls and no strikes. In that first game yesterday, Park led 1-0, but then Central Methodist scored 1 in the second. But really the turning point came in the last 2 innings, scoring 10 runs combined. 3 balls and no strikes. Whitehurst. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. 3-1 there. 3-1 now. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Strike. 3-2. Boy, it just nicks the inside corner there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. And that's ball 4 there. And now brings up Jackson Polich. Jackson Polich up there. Left-handed hitter up there. First pitch, tries the bunt. I think he went. That's a ball there. From Olathe, Kansas. 2 balls and no strikes. Jackson Polich, 340 hitter. No homers, 2 RBIs. Strike! 2-1 there. Evan Johnson's at first with the walk. Fouls it to the screen. 2-2 the count. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Gets away from there, and that will be a wild pitch there, and the count is 3-2. I think Gavin Whitehurst just needs to settle down, talk to the baseball, point to Dawson Foster. 3-2 the count. Runner at second, nobody out. Hits the ground ball to Vasquez. They'll go to third. And they got him! What a heads-up play by Jordan Vasquez. Saw the runner breaking for third, made a quick throw to Dario Rios, and there's one out, and it's a fielder's choice. For A.J. Alvarez, a .318 hitter, no homers, 2 RBIs. He is also from Olathe, Kansas. Home of Mid-America Nazarene. Their women's basketball team won their first round game over St. Mary. 69-54. They'll play all of it Nazarene at 6 o'clock tonight. That should be a good matchup in the round of 32 of the NAIA Women's Basketball Tournament. The winner of that one goes to the Sweet 16 down in Sioux City, Iowa. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out in the first. The 1-0. 2-0 to count. Two balls and no strikes on A.J. Alvarez. 2-0 pitch. 3-0 to count. Deanne Medina on deck. Three balls and no strikes. You're 3-0. That's ball 4 there. So now first and second and 1 out now. Here's Dion Medina, a .333 hitter, 4 homers, 9 RBIs. Looks like Kenny Otero out there just trying to settle down starting pitcher Gavin Whitehurst. Dion Medina up to bat from Puerto Rico, around the San Juan area, which is where the great Roberto Clemente is from. First and second, 1 out. The first pitch to him. That's up high, 1-0 to count. He's been behind on the first 4 hitters there. Mark in the gold uniform, red numerals. Central Methodist in the green uniform with the throwback C and the white numerals. 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 to count. The pitch. Strike. 2-1. Two and 1 to Dion Medina. 2-1 pitch. Hits a high fly ball to left field. That is gone. A 3-run homer. And a 3-0 lead for Park University. And for Dion Medina, it's his 5th of the year. RBI number 12. So a 3-run homer gives Park a 3-0 lead there. Edward Gonzalez, a .343 hitter, 5 homers, 21 RBIs from Puerto Rico as well. A nice lefty-lefty matchup. Strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 0-1 now. Strike! Good job of framing it by Dawson Foster, as the great Vin Scully used to say that on NBC television. No balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 call, or as the great Phil Russo will score it, WW, he wasn't watching. Here's Will Jerry Santiago, a .227 hitter, no homers, 8 RBIs. He is also from Puerto Rico. Ball 1-0 to count. 3-0 lead for Park. The 1-0. Just missed. 2-0 now. And on deck is Sam Sisk. 2-0 pitch. Bounces off Dawson Foster, and the count is 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes on Will Jerry Santiago. Looks like Gavin Whitehurst goes through his wristband to check the pitch he wants. 3-0. Takes it all the way, and the count is 3-1. 3-1 the count. 3-0 lead for Park on a 3-run homer by Dion Medina. 3-1. Another walk there. And here's Sam Sisk up the bat. .227 hitter, no homers, 3 RBIs. From Aldeo, Texas, around the Dallas area. That's where the famous Dallas show used to take place back in the 70s. They had a gentleman named Larry Hagman. Whitehurst will work from the stretch position. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Oh, 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Lines it fouled. 0-2 now. Oh, 0-2 the count. The 0-2 pitch. Fouls it to the screen. Just to increase the tension, you might say. Three balls and 2 strikes. Did he go? Let me see. No, sir, he did not. Dawson Foster was about ready to put the tag on, but the home plate umpire says it's ball 1. 1-2 the count. One-two pitch. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Nice stop by Foster, and it's 3-2. On deck is Jared Hamlin, the team's leading hitter, at .346. 3-2 the count. 3-2. Another walk there. So now it's first and second. I believe that's the 4th walk already there. And here's Jared Hamlin. .346 hitter, no homers, 2 RBIs from Washington, Missouri. Whitehurst is trying to keep it where it is. A 3-run strike. 0-1 now. Gabriel Vieira is on deck. The 0-1 now. Hits a high pop-up. Let's see who calls for it. McKillop makes the catch for the third out. So 3 runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. A 3-0 lead for Park. We'll go ahead and set the defense for you. Sponsored by Commercial Trust Bank. In left field there, it is Jared Hamlin. In center field, Jackson Pulich. In right field there is Edward Gonzalez. Now in third base, Evan Johnson. At shortstop, Sam Sisk. Second baseman, A.J. Alvarez. First baseman, Wilry Santiago. The catcher, Deanne Medina. Today's starting pitcher, Gabriel Roses. 1-2, 3.94 ERA. 3 walks, 17 strikeouts there. He is from Raytown, Missouri, around the Kansas City area. There's Nate Breland heads over to the third base coach's box. Of course, to give you the starting line, that's Jordan Vasquez leading off play shortstop. Gavin Whitehurst, the DH, and today's starting pitcher. Ryan Malzahn's in left. Dario Rios is at third. Simon J.J. Yoko's in center. Zeb Weedy is in right field. Wilson Decker's at first base. Landon McKillop is at second base. And Dawson Foster is at first base. Roses will get his warm-up tosses in there. Three runs, a hit, and no errors for Park. Central Methodist just coming to bat. As Jordan Vasquez up there. 24 for 72. That's a 333 average. 6 homers, 14 RBI. He had a homer and 4 RBIs in game number 1 yesterday. Sporting those pink gloves. Boy, I just love them. See, Carlos Royal says sporting those pink cleats there as well. Hopefully it's the right size for me. We're about a size 11. 0-1 in the count, the 0-1. Ball 1-1 now. 45 minutes from now, Central Methodist softball takes on Benedictine. What a big one there. I think Benedictine's near the top. In the Hard Record Conference State, there's 2-0, 16-7 altogether. Central Methodist softball 1-1 and 12-7. 2-2 the count. 2-2 pitch. 3-2 now. Of course, a week from tomorrow, Central Methodist softball has their home opener against Culver Stockton. 1 o'clock start time. Pregame show 12:45. Hopefully, Suzanne Palumbo brings the cake. Three and two now. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4 now. And now here is Gavin Whitehurst, today's starting pitcher there. 368 hitter, homer and 13 RBIs. He is from Chesapeake, Virginia. Look at those neon green gloves there. As our NBC cameras will look at it very closely. There's a strike. 0-1 now, of course. About 12 more days. Major League Baseball's opening day. It comes to NBC television. First time since 1989. We'll have a regular season game ever televised on NBC television, starting at 12:15 p.m. with the Pittsburgh Pirates take on the New York Mets. Hosted by Bob, pregame show around 12 noon, hosted by Bob Costas. And then at 7:30 that night, the two-time defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. 0-2 pitch. Hits a high fly ball. Vasquez going halfway. He'll go back to first, and the catch is made by the center fielder for out number 1 for Ryan Malzahn. 373 hitter, 8 homers, 26 RBIs, came in as the team's leading hitter. First pitch to him. Hits a foul ball. Strike 1 to Ryan Malzahn. On deck is Dario Rios. Malzahn is from Forstell, just past Warrenton on I-70. I think there is a convenience store there on the Highway J interstate there as well. I remember driving by that place numerous times going to St. Louis. 0-2 the count. To the count on Ryan Malzahn. Strike 3 call, so 2 quick outs. As Phil Rizzuto will score a WW for wasn't watching. 357 hitter, 2 homers, 16 RBI from Puerto Rico. First pitch to him. Hits a little ground ball to the third baseman. He'll go to second for the force out, and that'll do it. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and they leave 1. We head to the top of the second inning. It is 3-0 Park on CMUEagles.com and the Urban Edge Network. Did you have any trouble going through security? Well, that's good. Where'd y'all flew out of?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, okay. Because I know that you can get from Kansas City straight shot to Jacksonville.
Yeah, no, we went St. Louis.
Okay. Well, the reason I know it because that's how the Chiefs used to go. You didn't see Daffy Duck, did you? You never heard of Daffy Duck?
No, I have. We didn't see it, though.
Well, because you know what Daffy Duck likes to do? Likes to go around painting people's mustaches. Like, you ever seen that cartoon where he goes around painting mustaches? Oh, it's hilarious. And cling to the New York subway. Or you didn't see Yogi Bear, did you? Because you know what he likes to do you?
What's that?
He likes to steal picnic baskets. 3 runs, a hit, no errors for Park. No runs, no hits, no errors for Central Methodist. And coming to bat for Central Methodist is their DH, Gabriel Ferreira. A 200 hitter, no homers, and 3 RBIs. He is from Puerto Rico. Strike, 0-1 now. Oh and 1, it's a foul ball there, and the count is 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouls it to the screen and bounces into play. 0-2 pitch going sidearm and a foul ball. And the count is 0-2. Quentin Norris here from the Capertita Estes Field. Beautiful day out there. Boy, it just feels like I'm at Dodger Stadium sitting in the press box of Scully. Ground ball to Dario Rios. He has it. Throws over to Wilson Decker for out number 1. And coming to back now is Evan Johnson. He drew a walk his first time up and was forced out of third on the grounder by Jackson Pulich. First pitch to him. Misses that one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Strike. 1-1. 1-1 to count. 2-1 to count. Two balls and one strike on Evan Johnson. 2-1 pitch. Strike on the inside corner. 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. One out in the second inning. 2-2 pitch. Bounces in there. 3-2 now. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Evan Johnson. Umpire cleaning home plate. Maybe he forgot his brush, because usually they carry a brush in their pocket. He had to clean it with his feet. 3-2 the count. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. 2 quick outs now, and now here's Jackson Pulich. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up there. See Coach Sherman, the athletic director, getting ready to come on in there. And the first pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. 3-0 is our score. Top of the second inning. 2 quick outs. And the pitch. Strike. 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Bounces in there. 1-2 now. Or as Ben Scully would call it, that is called a showcase pitch. Trying to get the batter to swing and miss out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2 on Jackson Pulich. The 1-2 pitch. Misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with A.J. Alvarez on deck. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it up there. Boy, you can barely hear it from the press box up there. Two-two pitch. It's a little chopper foul. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. 3-2 now. Three balls and 2 strikes on Jackson Pulich. A.J. Alvarez is on deck. Whitehurst getting the sign. Your 3-2 pitch. Lines a shot in the center field. And it's caught by Landon McKillop. for the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It is Park 3, Central Methodist nothing.
Before the lights, there's the grind. Every hour, every hit, every moment carved in sweat and sacrifice. Now, it's your stage. From grind to glory, 516 Sports Capital builds the stage for your story.
Three runs, a hit, no errors for Park, no runs, no hits, no errors for Central Methodist. As Simon J.J. Yoakum, the fourth, comes to bat. 306 hitter, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. He is from Rollins, Missouri. Also, I want to say hi to some of his friends there. There's Devin Campbell, who was my RA my first year at Central Methodist at Woodward Hall. And there's a base hit there. Also, Steve Siebert and also Casey Curler. And now here's Zeb Weedy. 15 for 60. That is a 250 average. 4 homers, 11 RBIs on the year from the town of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I know his mom is Tiffany. I want to say hi to his mom, Tiffany, who is probably listening in on the broadcast there as well. Tiffany, I want to say hi to you. The 0-1, it's outside, 1-1 now. 3 big runs in the first inning for Park on the 3-run homer by Deanne Medina. The 1-1. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Just missed inside. 2-2. Simon J.J. Yoakum's at first with the single. 3-2 now. Good stop by Medina, keeping it in front. Three and two the count. 3-2 pitch. It's a high pop up there. See who calls for it. The shortstop makes the catch, and there's out number 1 for Wilson Decker. 3 for 8, 375 average, no homers, 2 RBIs from Hazelwood, Missouri, around the St. Louis area. Of course, mostly plays a lot comes in for defensive purposes, usually coming in for Dario Rios in the late innings. But today he starts at first. And he fouls it off, strike 1 there. 0-1 now on Wilson Decker. The 0-1 Gets away there, and here's Yoakum in the third. In the second base, that will be a wild pitch there. Or as the great Mike Emmerich would say on the NHL game, that would be going through the 5-hole. So 120, an hour and 28 minutes there will be the NHL game between the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. Both teams battling for the position for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Just a little over a month away there. 1-1 to count. The 1-1 fouls it off. 1-2 now. One, two. Kind of gets away. Here's Yoakum in the third. He slides in there easily. That will be a pass ball there, and the count is 2-2. Central Methodist, like good teams do, I can tell you this in all the years that I have known Nate Braylon, they're one of those types of teams that like to chip away a little bit at a time there. If they can chip away a little bit at a time, they can win games. We've seen that happen, I think, last Saturday against William Penn. So 2-2 the count. One out in the second inning. Hits a high pop up there. Let's see, that might go out of play into the Park University bullpen. So 2-2 the count on Wilson Decker. Two pitch. Swings and misses, strike three. So 2 outs now for Landon McKillop. 258 hitter, no homers, 4 RBIs there from Lamont, Iowa, which is where Grayson University is located. And the most famous celebrity that came to Lamont, Iowa, Bruce Jenner, who 50 years ago won the gold medal in the decathlon in the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal. Fouls it off, 0-1 now. Dawson Foster is on deck. The 0-1. Ball one there, 1-1 now. One and one to count. The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Two and one to count. 2-1 pitch. 3-1 now. Foster is on deck. Three one. Ball 4 now. So first and third for Dawson Foster. 321 hitter, no homers, 2 RBIs. He is from Sullivan, Illinois.
Catcher, number 16, Dawson Foster.
Runners are at the corners. The tying run at the plate. Vasquez is on deck. First pitch. And now McKillop takes second. Thought they may try the old double steal trick. The last player, I will tell you, that ever stole home in the World Series, the great Tim McCarver did in Game 7 of the 1964 World Series against the New York Yankees. And the starting pitcher that day was Whitey Ford. And the gentleman at first base was Lou Brock. Second and third. Strike. 1-1 now. One ball, one strike. 1-1 pitch. Strike. 1-2 now. And of course, Game 7 started in 1964 with a gentleman named Bob Gibson. One and two the count on Dawson Foster. 1-2 pitch. Hits a high fly ball in the right field. Right fielder goes back, makes the catch for the third out. So no runs on one hit, no errors, two left on. We head to the top of the third inning. Park 3, Central Methodist nothing. On the Urban Edge Network.
Figuring it out, Annie?
You're doing fine. You're doing fine, I will tell you that.
Oh, so she's helping you?
You're doing fine, that's all I can tell you.
Install what? Oh, for baseball? It's seen some better days. It's giving old school.
3 runs, a hit, no errors for Park. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for Central Methodist as A.J. Alvarez comes back. He drew a walk in the first time up there. First pitch to him. Hits a high pop up there. That is Vasquez makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Dion Medina. Hit a 3-run homer over the Green Monster to get Park a 3-0 lead. And that's where we stand right now. And has the only hit so far for Park University. That home run gave him number 5 and RBI number 12. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses that one. 1-1 now. On Dion Medina. One pitch. Lines up, base hit at the middle there. He has both hits so far for Park. That's their second hit of the game there. And coming to bat is Edward Gonzalez. He struck out looking his first time up there.
Right field is number 32, Edward Gonzalez. Now running at first base, number 13, Andrew Rodriguez.
So Andrew Rodriguez is the courtesy runner. Lefty-lefty matchup. Strike. 0-1 now. The 0-1. It's a little chopper. Foul. 0-2. 0-2 count. The 0-2. It's a little chopper to Whitehurst. Goes over to second for one to first. That's a fielder's choice. So 2 outs now for Willery Santiago, who also walked his first time up.
Now batting, first baseman, number 35, Santiago.
Will Jerry Santiago walked. First pitch to him. In that first inning there, Gavin Whitehurst had 4 walks. One and 0 to count. The 1-0. Strike. 1-1. One ball, one strike. The 1-1. Hits the ground ball to Vasquez. He'll underhand throws it to McKillop for the third. So no runs on just the one hit. No errors. And they leave one. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Park 3, Central Methodist nothing.
He's for the 45, cuts across midfield, up the right sideline, stumbles, breaks the tackle, he's to the 20, to the 10. He is taking it into the end zone for a touchdown. Field caught down the line, and it's in a line drive right down the line. Running catch by Jolly. Field by Henry, turns, shoots, hits it from the corner. The fading three.
Three runs, 2 hits, no errors for Park, no runs, 1 hit, no errors for Central Methodist. As Jordan Vasquez up there drew a walk his first time up from Chicago. One of the most beloved athletes that used to play for the Cubs. His name is Pete Lecoq. For many of you may know Pete Lecoq's dad is Peter Marshall, who you may remember was the very first host of Hollywood Squares. And I think it was back in the late 70s, he made a guest appearance on the Match Game as Vasquez on the first pitch lines up base hit up the middle. Of course, when Peter Marshall made an appearance on the Match Game, Johnny Olson introduced him there, and instead of showing a picture of Peter Marshall, it was Gene Rayburn. And then when Johnny Olson said, "Here is the host of the Match Game," Gene Rayburn, it was Peter Marshall who came on stage and took the microphone. There's Gavin Whitehurst, who flew out his first time up, tries to bunt, and foul ball. Strike 1 there. No balls and 1 strike. Gavin Whitehurst. Yes, he's just trying to move Jordan Vasquez to second. Playing a little small ball. And why not? The 0-1. Strike. 0-2 now. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. That's inside. 1-2 now. One-two pitch. Misses that one. 2-2. Gavin Whitehurst. Vasquez getting some coaching instructions. Can't tell which coach it is. He kind of looks like Dick Trzaski. 2-2. They throw over there, and they got him. Boy, he was leaning the wrong way there. So 1 out now. Looking like he was taking off for second. By the time he threw over, he was heading towards second, but by the time he got the first, they got him. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, so 2 outs now. And here's Ryan Malzahn. He struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 there on Ryan Malzahn. The 0-1. Catches at the side corner, and the count is 0-2. About 10 more minutes or so. Central Methodist softball taking on Benedictine. Boy, it's a big matchup there down in Atchison, Kansas. 0-2 pitch is a fly ball in center field. Center field goes back. Can't get to it there. Malzahn is hustling around the first. He'll go to second. That is a double there for Ryan Malzahn. Here's Dario Rios. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Malzahn's at second with 2 outs. First pitch to Rios. Ball 1. The count is 1-0 with Simon J.J. Yoakum on deck. Of course, he meets the Yoakum family right after the post-game interview with Nate Breland. Great visit with them. It's a little chopper foul. 1-1. 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. Time called. Roses will go from the stretch. 1-1 pitch. Ball, 2-1 now. Of course, afterwards, right before the post game yesterday at that second game, the baseball team even sang happy birthday to me. as I turned 51 on March the 10th. Two-one pitch. Strike. 2-2. That's the first time I ever heard a group of people sing. The other time I can remember that was several years ago when Columbia College's women's basketball team called my house and several of them sang happy birthday to me on the telephone. 2-2 the count there. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. 3-0 Park. Malzahn's at second. The little cue shot. Foul to the screen. And as Joe Garagiola would say it best, that is called protecting the plate. Two and two the count. Rios is at bat. Rosa's getting that sign. And here's your 2-2 pitch. I think he barely tipped it. No, he did not go. It's 3-2. I thought for a minute he tipped it, but it looked like he held his swing up in time. And the count is 3-2. 3-2 pitch is a high pop-up. Let's see who calls for it. And the second baseman makes the catch for the third out. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors. And they leave 1. We head to the 4th inning. Cent Park 3, Central Methodist nothing. I'll tell you one thing. This is fun. On the game. He drew. It's 4th inning. Three runs, 2 hits, no errors for Park. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. Here's Sam Sisk. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch. That is a ball inside. The count is 1-0. One ball, no strikes to 1-0. Strike, 1-1. 1-1 the count there on Sam Sisk. One and one now. Whitehurst going from the stretch position. Top of the 4th inning. The 1-1. Ball 2. 2-1 now on Sam Sisk. A Jared Hamlet on deck. 2-1 now. 2-1. Fouls it all to the screen. The count is 2-2 on Sam Sisk. Gavin Whitehurst checks at his wristband, trying to find the pitch he wants. From Dawson Foster. 2-2 pitch. Little looping liner. Rios has it. Throws over to Decker. And they got him. What a scoop there by Wilson Decker. And there's 1 out now for Jared Hamlin, who popped out to Landon McKillop his first time up. First pitch to him. Ball 1-0 to count. The 1-0. Strike 1-1. 1-1 now on Jared Hamlet. 1-1. Strike 1-2. One-two pitch. Cue shot fouled. 1-2 now. One ball, two strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Cues that one fouled in toward the Park University dugout. Another one. There's the third one there. 3 new baseballs being instituted. 1-2 pitch. Little cue shot to Gavin Whitehurst. Throws over to Wilson Decker for out number 2. So 2 outs now for Gabriel Vieira, who grounded out to Dario Rios his first time up. First pitch to him. Ball 1 there. 1-0 to count. On deck is Evan Johnson. The 1-0. 2-0 to count. Two balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Strike. 2-1 now. Two-one pitch. Lines a shot. That's a fair ball down the right field corner. Here comes Vieira rounding first. He'll go to second. He is thinking 3. Here's the throw. They got him. What a tag by Dario Rios. What a play. Got him on the backside there. No question about it. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, no one left on. We're halfway home. Park 3, Central Methodist nothing. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Park. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. Here's Simon J.J. Yocum, the fourth. He singled his first time up. First pitch to him. Outside, ball 1 there. Should be getting underway down in Atchison, Kansas, between Central Methodist and Benedictine. Central Methodist 12-7, 1-1 in the conference. Swings and misses 1-1. Benedictine 15-7 and 2-0 in the conference. One and one to count. Fouls it off. 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. One, two, 2-2. Now it's 2-2. On deck is Zeb Weedy. 2-2 pitch. It's a line shot in the right field. There's a base hit. That's the 4th hit of the game for Central Methodist, and 2 of them by J.J. Yocum. And here's Zeb Weedy, who popped out to short his first time up. And you may know this is my 7,900th game. Strike. 0-1 now. Maybe sometime in April. Going for 8,000. They throw over there. Remember, they tried that once last day, and they got Jordan Vasquez picked off. Trying to take a safe lead is Yocum. It's a high fly ball into left field. That's hit pretty good. Left fielder calls for it and makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Wilson Decker. He struck out his first time up. Decker's now 3 for 9. That's a .333 batting average. No homers, 2 RBIs. 1-0 to count there. Second game to follow, round 230. Of course, yesterday, the first game, we started early. Looked like we started just a minute early, 11:59, and the second game started at 2:26. So we may get started a little early, depending on how the game goes. 2-0 pitch. Decker hits a ground ball to second. They'll go to second for 1. The first, that's a double play, a 4-6-3 variety. So no runs on just 1 hit, no errors, no one left on. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Park 3, Central Methodist nothing on the Urban Edge Network. Do 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 do. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Park. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. As Evan Johnson up there 0 for 1, walking the first, struck out in the second. Putting orders here from the Estes Field. Shivering with its concrete foundations. It's a high fly ball in the left field. Weedy calls for it. And it's Ryan Lazan makes the catch for number 1. So 1 hits, 1 out. There's Jackson Pulich. Pulich is 0 for 2. First pitch. Strike. Good job of framing it by Dawson Foster. As the great Tony Kubek would say on NBC television. Here you go. Yes, sir, he did. No question about it. 0-2 now. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Good job at framing it. As the great Vin Scully would say it, that's strike 3 there. And there's 2 quick outs. For A.J. Alvarez. 0 for 1, walking to first. Then popped out to short in the 3rd inning. Ever since that 3-run homer, he's just allowed just 2 hits. Whitehurst is really settled in. Strike! 0-1 now. And Dion Medina, who has 2 of the 3 hits, is on deck. The 0-1. Strike! 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch. That's a foul ball, just by an eyelash. And the count is 0-2. Top of the 5th inning, 3-0 Park. All came in the 1st inning. Oh, 2 pitch. Bounces up in there. 1-2 on A.J. Alvarez. Big conference game there. Central Methodist won the first 2. Won the first one 11-1, then 9-0. Misses outside. 2-2 now. And sometime when you go off to a 4-0 start, sometimes you can really carry the momentum heading into Baker. Two and 2 to count. Lines that one foul. Still 2-2. First of 2 today. Two pitch. Outside. 3-2 now. Dion Medina on deck. Three-two. Pops that one up. Let's see who calls for it. That's that Weedy makes the catch for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. Bottom of the 5th inning. Park 3, Central Methodist nothing on the Urban Edge Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student-athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
It's the bottom of the fifth, correct?
Yes, it is. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Park, no runs, 4 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. As Jack Pruitt up the bat. Pruitt is 1 for 7, no homers, 4 RBIs. 3 RBIs from Cairo, Missouri. Of course, their girls basketball team went to the state Final Four just this past week there, finished in 4th place. So congratulations to the Cairo girls basketball team. The 1-0. 2-0 the count. And I think 2 years before that, I think 2023, I want to say they went to the Final Four, lost in the championship game to South Nottoway. 2-1 the count, which is my mom's high school alma mater, along with my Uncle Curtis, Uncle John, Uncle Alfred, and Uncle Ray, and my cousin Adrian, Amanda, Michelle, Jennifer, Danielle, and Amanda. 2-2. And of course, cousin Emily. There were so many of them, it's hard to keep up. 2-2 pitch. Lines a cue shot over the second baseman's head. So Pruitt gets on. He is now 2 for 8, 250 average. That will be the 5th hit of the game for Central Methodist. Landon McKillop is the courtesy runner for Dawson Foster, who flew out the right field his first time up. Tries to bunt. Oh, lays out a beautiful bunt there. Pitcher has it, throw over the first, and there's out number 1. Sack bunt, 1-3 on your scorecard. And moving into second base is Landon McKillop. For Jordan Vasquez, 0 for 1. Actually, 1 for 1. Walk in the first, singled in the third. Of course, like I said earlier, of course, you remember Peter Marshall was a guest on the match game. When he came out on stage, it normally would have been Gene Rayburn, but Peter Marshall came out on stage and took the microphone there and introduced to the audience there before Gene Rayburn took over as the host. Pops it up on the first pitch, drops the ball. Look at the hustle there by Vasquez. And McKillop heads for third. Let's see how they're going to score it. Well, they're going to count it as a hit there. A 2-bagger. 4. So 6 hits now for Central Methodist. They were battling for the sun there, and then Vasquez hustled the second. Now that is good base running there. So second and third and one out. A base hit could trim the lead to one. Hits the ground ball to the second. He knocks it down. McKillop will score. Vasquez will score. And it's a 3-2 ball game. So 2 RBIs there. And that's the 7th hit there. And now it's 3-2 now. Boy, they're trimming the lead there one by one. And that's one thing I always admire about Coach Breland. When no matter what the deficit is, they find ways to trim the deficit, trim the lead. They're doing things one at a time. That's Ryan Malzahn up there, 1 for 2 with a double. Struck out in the first, double in the third inning. There's still one out there. First pitch. Hits a high pop-up into right field. Right fielder calls for it. Misjudges that one there. That was Joshua Smith, the courtesy runner. See how they're going to score that one. That's another hit there. So 6 hits already. 4 hits already this inning there for Central Methodist. All taking advantage of the little things there, doing things one at a time there. And that's what a good baseball team always does. So a conference action taking place there. Here's Dario Rios, 0 for 2, fielder's choice in the first, popped the second in the third inning. So now the tying run is at second. Go-ahead runs at first. Still one out. First pitch. That gets away from the catcher. Everyone moves up a base. So now if base hit, now the guy gets away. Look at Joshua Smith throw. Not in time. Tie game. What a hustle by Joshua Smith. Once the ball was heading towards shortstop, Joshua Smith kept on going. And he stole home in a tie game at 3. So the count is 1-0. That's a wild pitch. Even though the scoreboard says 3-2, but it's 3-3 according to my scorebook. And Malzahn's at second. Still one out. It's a fly ball in the center field. Center field giving it to Che. He can't get it. Malzahn will score. Here comes Rios. He is thinking 3. It's a triple and a 4-3 lead for Central Methodist. A big RBI there, and Central Methodist has taken the lead there at 4-3 now. And here's J.J. Yoakum. So 4-3 now. Here's J.J. Yoakum, 2 for 2 with 2 singles there. At least I keep her entertained.
Yeah, there you go. Always. Track was exciting. Man, it was so stressful. Yeah, but it was good. It was fun. The good stress, yeah. Yeah, it's just like it's stressful and you've never been there before. Like in that position to where you can do something that's never been done. And
Because what were you a GA last year?
yeah,
And now you're actually like a
full
CC.
time. Yeah.
Dang.
But we've never, as a team, been in a position to be top 4 nationally. Because top 4 is like you get a trophy.
Oh, I see.
So that was different.
So exciting.
But now it's like we need to do it again.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So
But how's it looking for outdoor? Do you guys think?
honestly, I think we can. Yeah. So I mean,
Exciting.
we'll see.
But you didn't have anybody fall in the bathtub like Shaggy did in Scooby Doo.
No. No.
Or act like Sylvester the Cat.
No.
You ever heard of him? You ever seen the one where he always likes to eat the Tweety bird?
No.
So when do you guys start growing all your stuff in November? Is that more summertime?
They'll start, they'll probably start planting in April, hopefully.
You guys have like field training.
He'll probably do the same stuff, lasers and peppers and. We did green beans last year, but didn't do very well. Cucumbers.
Yeah. Well, okay, so me and my dad drove down on our trip. So he had his truck home with my mom. First day we saw him checking the
Of course, the train stand was checking on the center fielder. It looks like he's okay then. So it's a 4-3 lead. Of course, we'll start it off just in case you're joining. Jackson Pruitt single. Dawson Foster bunted. Vasquez double. Then Whitehurst lined a single that scored 2 runs. And then after the wild throw, Dario Rios hit a triple to make it 4-3. And he's at third with 1 out. It's Yoakum up there, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And a strike call there. Of course, he is from Raleigh, which is where Devin Campbell. Also, my other friend Steve Siebert. And the other one, Casey Curler. Infield is in. Keeps it in front. 1-1 now. It's a 4-3 lead there. Hopefully.
I think it's making the catcher work a lot harder than he needs to.
They were down 3-0 after the first inning. But Central has put 4 of them in the 5th. Trying to add another one. 2-1 to count. On deck is Zeb Weedy. Trying to bring some space. Magic. Two-one pitch. Fouls it off. 2-2 now. Hello? 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Hits the ground ball. Checks the runner. Throws over the first, and there's 2 outs. Here's Zeb Weedy, who is 0 for 2. Popped the second, to short in the second. Flew out to left field in the 4th.
Number 11, Zeb Weedy.
First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. Wilson Decker is on deck.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Okay.
Infield at normal depth. 0-2. Strike 3 call. So 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors, and they leave 1. We head to the 6th inning. Central Methodist 4, Park 3. Four runs, 9 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Park. There's Deanne Medina up there, 2 for 2. Homer and 3 RBIs. That came in the first inning, but then Central Methodist answered with 4 in the 5th. First pitch to him. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. Right around the 1:30 hour. Today's attendance, 44,409. Millions watching on television across the world. 2 balls and no strikes. Park University is located in Kansas City. This is one of the sites that will host the World Cup coming in June. Kickoff June 11th. 2-0. Strike. 2-1 now. Of course, you can watch that one on Fox, FS1, FS2. It's going to be a lot of fun there. U.S. along with Canada and Mexico are going to host the World Cup. Lines a shot. Nice job there by Malzahn cutting it off, holding Medina to a single. And he has all 3 of the 4 hits there for Park University. Here's Edward Gonzalez, 0 for 2. As Andrew Rodriguez is the courtesy runner. Whitehurst works in the stretch, tries to bunt, lays down a bunt. Foster has it, stays with it. Not in time. Looks like an error. And in the third is Medina, and now so it'll be an error on the catcher, so now it's first and third. Wilgeray Santiago, so it'll be an error right there. The first error of the game for Central Methodist. So first and third. And it's a ball high. So now, Gavin Whitehurst just needs to settle down. Park to the baseball. First pitch. The 1-0 is a foul ball. 1-1 now. Should be an error on Central Methodist, not on Park. One and one to count, the 1-1. Misses that one, 2-1 now. Top of the 6th inning. Got the lower third of the order coming up for Central Methodist. Nice stop there by Foster. 3-1 now. That's Decker, McKillop, Foster. 3-1 to count. 3-1. They throw over there. Three-one pitch. And now the bases are loaded full of Pirates and still nobody out. For Sam Sisk, who is 0 for 1. Walked in the first and then rounded out to Dario Rios in the fourth. Looks like a time has been called for. And looks like a pitching change is coming out there. 5 innings there, Gavin Whitehurst. Let's see who the new pitcher is.
Your attention, please. Here in the game to pitch for the Eagles. Number 25, Jeremy Yano.
So Jeremy Yanow is the new pitcher. He is from Chicago. He is 2-1, 4.58 ERA, 8 walks, and 20 strikeouts there. So bases loaded full of Pirates. All 3 runs are responsible for Gavin Whitehurst.
You said they play 7?
Yeah.
Is women's wrestling still going on?
It's going on. We've been eliminated.
Oh. Where was it? Kansas City? Or men's was in
Wichita.
Wichita.
So bases loaded full of Pirates, and here's Sam Sisk.
Now batting shortstop, number 5, Sam Sisk.
It is well maintained but that takes a lot of hours, a lot of patience.
First pitch to him. Fouls it to the screen. 0-1. 0-1 to count. 4-3 Central Methodist. The 0-1. Ball 1-1 now. One and one to count. The 1-1. Strike. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Ground ball. There's a base hit there. Tying run scores. Here comes the go-ahead. No, they're going to hold that runner. So everyone moves a base there. And a 4-4 tie. Here's Jared Hamlin, 0 for 2. Pop to Landon McKillop in the first, then grounded out to Gavin Whitehurst in the fourth. 36.
Now batting for the Pirates, number 36, John Marrero Coriano.
Jan Marrero Coriano is the batter. 227 hitter, no homers, 7 RBIs. 4-4 tie. Bases still loaded. Still nobody out. Ball one there. The 1-0. 2-0 to count. Foul ball. 2-1 now. 2-1 now. Two one pitch. Fouls it off. 2-2. On John Marrero Coriano from Puerto Rico. 2-2 the count. Bases still loaded for the Pirates. 2-2 pitch. Strike three called. There's out number one. And now here comes Gabriel Briera. Oh, 1 for 2 with the double. So now Andrew Rodriguez is the courtesy runner, taking over at second base.
Henry gave the run to second base for the Pirates, number 13, Andrew Rodriguez.
5-4 lead for Park. Even though it says 4-4, but in my book, it's 5-4. Bases still loaded, one out. Ball one there. The 1-0. Fouls it off. 1-1 now. Two, 1-1 pitch. Strike. 1-2. Evan Johnson on deck. One-two pitch. Gets away, but not far enough. Good stop there by Dawson Foster. Ball went to the backstop, but the ball went back to him. So the count is 2-2. 5-4 Park. Base is still loaded for Pirates. Actually, it's 4-4 now. I must be thinking ahead there. 4-4 tie. 2-2 pitch. Chips that one foul. That was a foul ball. Four tie. What a way to start out Saturday afternoon. Mouse at third. Rodriguez at second. Sisk at first. 2-2 pitch. Hits the ground ball. They'll go second for one. The first double play. 4-6-4-3 double play. And that will do it. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They lead 3. We enter the 6th. A 4-4 tie on the Urban Edge Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 42, Michael Mueller.
So Michael Ewer from Lawrence, Kansas out there with a 5-4. Hey, Tim, is that the correct score, 5-4? 4-4, I'm sorry. So 0-1, 2.33 ERA, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So a 4-4 tie. So 5 innings in the books from Gabriel Rojas.
Now batting, number 1, Justin Smith.
So Justin Smith, the batter, the Ranger from Detroit, Michigan. 306 hitter, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. Ball 1 there. One and 0 to count. McKillop on deck. The 1-0. 2-0 now on Justin Smith. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for Park. 4 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Central Methodist. 2-0 to count on the Ranger, Justin Smith. Two-0 pitch. 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. Zero-zero tie in the softball one between Central Methodist and Benedictine. 3-0 pitch. That's ball 4 now, and the Ranger gets on first base. So the Ranger represents a go-ahead run now for Lane McKillop, who is 0 for 0 with a walk.
Now batting, second baseman, number 7, Landon McKillop.
Runner at first. They'll throw over there to test the runner there. Goes over there. First pitch. McKell tries to bunt. Ball one there. 1-0 the count. Dawson Foster on deck. Boy, he laid down a beautiful bunt, part of that 4-run fifth inning there. So 4-4 tie. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Park. 4 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Central Methodist. They throw over there again. If McKelp can hit the ball, maybe hit toward that deep part of the right field, or in the gaps between center and right center, or down the left field corners, with Justin Smith's speed, he could score from first. 2-0 to count. They're trying to pitch around him. 2-0 to count. 4 in the fifth, and then Park tied it up with 1 in the sixth. Two-0 pitch. Strike. 2-1. On my 7,900th game. They throw over there again. Boy, they like to test Justin Smith, who can tell you he can run like the great Herb Washington used to do that for the Oakland A's in the 1974. Where he was the all he was just mostly a pinch runner. And that's a foul ball there. 2-2 the count. Known as the designated pinch runner, led by owner Charlie Finley. Two and two the count. Two and two the count. 2-2 pitch. Lines a shot. That's a base hit. Here comes Justin Smith. That's a base hit. Now the runners are in the corners. Nobody out for Dawson Foster.
Now batting, catcher, number 16, Dawson Foster. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 41, Gene Rodriguez.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Lauren. 0-0 top of the fourth on softball. You're welcome. Of course, you know I was trying to give you an update. About 7 minutes from now, it'll be an NHL game between the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. It's Gene Rodriguez about. He is from Puerto Rico. 2-0 with a 3.89 ERA, 8 walks and 7 strikeouts. So now, looks like Sean Mitchell, Tim. Sean Mitchell, 257 and a homer and 2 RBIs there. So first and third, infield is about halfway, and there's still nobody out. Infield in at the corners. Sean Mitchell, the batter, from Keene, Illinois. Strike, 0-1 now. Justin Smith drew a walk. Landon McKillop single. Moving Justin Smith to third. 4-4 tie. Boy, Central Met once down 3-0, got 4 in the fifth. But then Park tied it up with a run in the sixth. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now, with Jordan Vasquez on deck. Oh, 2 the count on Sean Mitchell. Ball 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes on Sean Mitchell. One, 2. 2-2 now. About 5 more minutes, it'll be the Bruins and the Washington Capitals. 0-0 tie, bottom of the fourth inning down in Atchison, Kansas, between Central Methodist and Benedictine. Strike 3 call, so 1 out now. Here's Jordan Vasquez, who is 2 for 2. Single, double, also drew a walk in the first inning.
Shortstop, number 23, Jordan Vasquez.
Central Methodist has 4 hits. Benedictine has 2. First and third, 1 out. Infield in and in at the corners. Infield at normal depth. And it's a ball there at the middle, trying to anticipate a double play. 6. 1-0 the count. Strike, 1-1 now. Gavin Whitehurst, who started as a pitcher, will move. I think he'll be back at DH. The 1-1. There goes McKillop. Throw to second, not in time. Justin Smith stays at third. I thought maybe Justin, I am very surprised he did not go, because a lot of time when you throw the ball to second, Justin Smith with good speed, he could score easily. Could have stolen home like Tim McCarver did in 1964. So now the infield is in. 2-1 to count. Base hit can bring you 2. 3-1 now on Jordan Vasquez. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 3-2 now. 3-2 the count. 3-2. Fouls it to the screen. 3-2. Estes Field shivering with its concrete foundations. Three and 2 the count. Whitehurst on deck. 3-2. Hits a little chopper. Here's running. Throw home. They got him.
That's gotta be obstruction.
Yeah. Now Breland wants an explanation there from the umpires there. That has to be a fielder's choice. Here's Gavin Whitehurst, 1 for 3, with a single and 2 RBIs. So a 4-4 tie. McKillop's at third now. Vasquez is at first. First and third. 2 outs now in the bottom of the sixth. First pitch. Ball 1, 1-0. On deck is Ryan Malzahn. Vasquez is at first. McKillop at third. The go-ahead run. The 1-0. 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Time called. Two-0 pitch. 3-0 to count. Three and 0 now on Gavin Whitehurst. Killips at third. Vasquez at first. 3-0 pitch. Takes it all the way. 3-1 now. Three balls and a strike. 3-1. Fouls it off, and it's 3-2. Three and two now. 2 outs in the pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded full of Eagles. And here's Ryan Malzahn, 2 for 3 with a single and a double.
Now batting, left fielder, number 15, Ryan Malzahn.
And we'll take a time out here. It's a 4-4 tie here on the Urban Edge Network. Hey, Lauren. 0-0 tie, top of the fifth inning. You're welcome. Let's see what's going on in the NHL. Boston and Washington just getting started on ABC television. As Ryan Malzahn, the batter. First pitch to him. Ball 1. 1-0 to count. Bases loaded for Eagles. The 1-0. 2-0 now. Dario Rios is on deck. Two-0 pitch. 3-0 to count.
No, because you walk him, he gets to run anyway. So they're trying to make him get a chase.
3-0 to count. 3-0 pitch. Takes it all the way. 3-1 now. 3-1 is the count there. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1. Fouls it all just to increase the tension. 3-2 the count. 3-2 the count on Ryan Malzahn. Aces loaded full of Eagles. 3-2. Ball 4! Central Methodist leads it. McKillop. It's a 5-4 lead for Central Methodist. On a walk. Why not?
Now batting, third baseman, number 2, Dario Rios.
Well, after the change is done, we'll give you an NHL score. The Ottawa Senators defeated the Anaheim Ducks 2-0. Just about ready to get started. The Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. Hey, Lauren. 0-0 in the 5th inning, that softball one. The NHL one, Boston and Washington just getting started. I just didn't know if you wanted an NHL score for entertainment. Because I like, who's the new pitcher out there?
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 25, Colin Zancanella.
Colin Zancanella. New pitcher on the mound. 0-0, 1.14 ERA, 8 walks, and of course 14 strikeouts. The bases are still full of Eagles. And a 5-4 lead on a bases loaded walk. There's 2 outs. Vasquez is at third. Whitehurst is second. Malzahn. And here's Dario Rios. Chance to maybe open the lead up there. A base hit could give you at least 2 runs. A double can score 3 to make it 8-4. Rios, 1 for 3 with a triple and an RBI. First pitch, blew inside. 1-0 to count. 1-0 to count. Wants a change in catchers. So new catcher on the mound. We're We're not really sure what it, that looks like Cole Pleacher. Looks like Cole Pleacher is the new catcher. He'll probably hit into Deanne Medina's spot. So Rios is the batter. Bases loaded, full of Eagles. 5-4 Central Methodist with 2 outs. First pitch. Strike. 1-1 now. Central has scored 4 more in the 5th and now lead it in the 6th. Trying to add some more. The 1-1. 2-1 now. J.J. Yoakum on deck. Central Methodist trying to go for win number 12. But the most important number, 3-0 in the conference. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So strikeout, so 1 run. And they leave 3. We head to the 6th, to the 7th. 5-4 Central Methodist.
Clock violation. You took too long to get in the batter's box. So that was a strike, strike 3. What are you trying to do? I think the panel is dead. Yeah, that panel I think is dead. Yeah, because we had that number yesterday, and then if we end the 7th inning, it started for you. So we have to hook the motor for you and start running again. Yeah. Okay, top of the order. We got the pitcher. Nope, just the lefty. He's the lefty.
5 runs, 10 hits, and an error for Central Methodist. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for Park.
Leading off for the Pirates, third baseman number 2, Evan Johnson.
Here's Evan Johnson, 0 for 2 with a walk. Central Methodist leads Benedictine 1-0 on a Matlin Peters ground out. First pitch to him. Woo, got away there. 1-0 to count. One 0 2-0 to count. Just about ready to get started between Boston and Washington. The NHL game of the week. 2-1 to count. Earlier today, Ottawa defeated Anaheim 2-0. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch. Popped it up. See who calls for it. Vasquez has it for out number 1. So 1 down now. Here's Jackson Polich. 0 for 3.
Jackson Polich.
First pitch. Ball 1. 1-0 now. The 1-0 pitch. Gets away there. 2-0 now. On Jackson Polich. 5-4 Central Methodist. 1 out in the 7th. Two-0 pitch. 3-0 now. On deck is A.J. Alvarez. 3-0 pitch. Strike. 3-1 now.
But also sometimes it seems to turn your fingers over here.
3-1 now. Ball 4 now. The tying runs at first for A.J. Alvarez. 0 for 2 with a walk in the first. Popped out to Vasquez in the third. And flew out to Zeb Weedy in the 5th. Second game to follow about 30 minutes afterwards.
Now batting second baseman, number 4, A.J. Alvarez.
Roll pair, boys. Roll pair.
Runner at first in the pitch. Popped it up.
Stay in play. Stay in play. Yep, got it.
That'll go out of play, and the strike call. 0-1 now.
He would run so fast he ran his hat.
0-1 the count. Estes Field shivering with its concrete foundations. Jackson Polich is at first with the walk. The 0-1 now. Popped it up. I think Yoakum has called for it.
He lost it. Oh, okay.
2 outs now.
Who do we got batting here? 34?
Yeah, 34. Yeah, Cole Pleacher is the batter. 100 hitter, no homers, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. From Independence, went to Truman High School where my old friend Denise Craig teaches. I want to say hi to her if she's listening on the broadcast. So 2 outs. And the pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. 0-1 now. 1 more to go. The 0-1. Ground ball. McKillop. Oh, it dropped in front. Yeah, they got him.
We got E4. Okay, so it's going to be E4.
So now it's first and third. So it's an error on McKillop.
Now batting right fielder, number 32, Edward Gonzalez.
Here's Edward Gonzalez, 0 for 3 now.
Entering the game, running first base for the Pirates, number 12, Joey Marker.
So Joey Marker is the courtesy runner.
He cannot score, boys. Come on.
So 2 errors already for Central Methodist today. So it's an error on McKillop. Strike, 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. 1-1 now. Wilry Santiago's on deck. First and third, 2 outs. One. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One and two now. 1-2. 2-2. It gets away. Tie game at 5 on a pass ball. So now it's 2-2. A 5-5 tie now, ladies and gentlemen. Two pitch. Hits the ground ball to McKillop. Stays with it. Throws over to Decker for the third out. But 1 run on no hits. 1 error. And they leave 1. We head to the 7th inning. A tie game at 5. Hey, Tim. Yeah. I thought, well, when I saw that play, you know, with that second baseman, with that runner was going to third, it looked like he bumped into it. I thought he was out then.
They had obstruction called. He was going to get third base no matter what.
Oh, was that?
He's our shortstop. He got in the way.
Oh, okay. Because I thought maybe he pushed, and that's an out there.
It was the other way around. Our shortstop got in the way.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean to confuse you. I thought I saw something there.
Nope, we're good.
Yeah.
Does the second game start 30 minutes after this one finished? Will they end in a tie or are they done?
They will.
5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Park. No 5 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors.
J.J. Yoakum.
Here's J.J. Yoakum. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. First pitch to him. Way outside, 1-0 now. Zeb Weedy on deck. One 0 pitch. Strike. 1-1 now. 1-1 to count on Simon J.J. Yoakum. One pitch. 2-1 now. Two balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Strike three call. Throw over the first. They got him. There's out number one. Here's Zeb Weedy, 0 for 3.
Now batting right fielder, number 11, Zeb Weedy. 1 out.
1-1 bottom of the fifth inning between Central Methodist and Benedictine. Ball one there. One out pitch. Strike. 1-1 now. 15:30 to go in the first period. Boston and Washington 0-0. Strike. 1-2 now. Another strikeout, and there's two quick outs now. That's Wilson Decker.
Now batting first baseman, number 17, Wilson Decker.
0 for 2 on today. First pitch to him. Strike. Now batting 300 this year. The 0-1. Fouls it to the screen. 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. That's a showcase pitch, trying to get the batter to swing and miss. And the count is 1-2. 1-2 the count. 2-2. 4-3, then Park tied it in the fifth on the pass ball. Lane and McKillop on deck. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it. Still alive. 2-2. Two pitch. Strike three call. So 1-2-3 goes Central Methodist. We head to the eighth inning. A tie game at 5.
Before the lights,
5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Park. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Actually, 5 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors for Central Methodist. 5 runs, 10 hits, and an error, and no errors for Park University. Head to the 8th inning now, and it's Wilry Santiago is the batter. Oh for 1 with 2 walks today. The first pitch. That's a ball. 1-0 to count. The 1-0 hits the ground ball. Vasquez has it. Throw over the first in time. So 1 out now. And here's Sam Sisk. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI.
Number 5, Sam Sisk.
That tied the game at 4. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. Looks like Coriano on deck. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Game 2, a little after about 3:15, you might say. The 0-2. Ground ball to Vasquez. Knocks it down. Stays with it. Throws over to Decker for out number 2. So 2 quick outs now. Here's Coriano. He struck out his last time up. Looks like 36.
Now batting number 36, Jan Marrero Coriano.
First pitch. That's up high. 1-0 to count in the 8th inning. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Just finished another ground ball to short right here.
2-1 now. You look into the 8th inning, you got McKillop, Foster, and Vasquez. Fouls it all. 2-2. Two pitch. Chops it foul off his foot. Two pitch. Ground ball. There's nice play by McKillop. Throw to Decker in time. A 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 8th. A 4-5 tie. Okay. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Park. 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Central Methodist.
Leading out for the Eagles. Second baseman, number 7, Landon McKillop.
Here's Landon McKillop. One for one with a single. He also walked in the second inning. First pitch to him. Way outside. Dawson Foster on deck. The 1-0. 2-0 now. They're trying to pitch around him, I do believe. Two-0 pitch. 3-0. Strike. 3-1 now. Three-one. Ball 4 now. The wing runs at first.
Now batting, catcher, number 16, Dawson Foster.
Here's Dawson Foster. 0 for 1 with a sac bunt. Let's say they bring in the sac bunt then. Ball 1 now. One and 0 to count. Strike. 1-1. They throw over there and back goes McKillop. One and 1 to count. Bunts it foul. 1-2. One and 2 on Dawson Foster. McKillop's at first with the walk. One, 2 is a ground ball. Pitcher has it. His only play is the first, and there's out number 1. So now McKillop is at second. And here's Jordan Vasquez, 2 for 3 with a walk, single, double.
Number 23, Jordan Vasquez.
Remember last Saturday, he hit a game-winning home run in the bottom of the 8th inning on the first pitch. Now he's trying to do is drive in McKillop. First pitch. Ball. Gavin Whitehurst on deck. One and 0 to count. The 1-0. 2-0 now. McKillop a base hit can win it. 2-0 to count.
That's a ball. Okay, so 3-0.
3-0 now.
He's taking a long time out there. Yes.
3-0 to count.
The coach called time and asked for time. I don't know what he knew.
3-0 to count. So now they're going to walk Vasquez intentionally for Gavin Whitehurst. 1 for 3 with a single and 2 RBIs.
If you're not far from the kids, that's a walk. Yeah, give it intentional. Now batting, designated hitter number 22, Gavin Whitehurst. No, and the coach told him to put him on. Which usually do. He said to put him on.
So first and second, 1 out. Wayne runs at second. Strike, 0-1 with Ryan Malzahn on deck. He drove in the go-ahead run in the 6th inning on the walk.
It's got to be tucked in, but is it tucked in? I mean, you can see the belt on this side, but the other side isn't tucked. Yeah.
0-1 to count. First and second, 8th inning. Tie game at 5. Strike, 0-2. Malzahn on deck. They throw over there and back goes McKillop. This is the first game. Of course, game 2 to follow in about 30 minutes. 0-2. Ball, 1-2. One and two. Fouls it off. Nearly hit Dick Trzaski in the head there. One, two. Strike 3 call, so 2 outs. And here's Ryan Malzahn. 2 for 3 with a single, double, and an RBI.
Ryan Malzahn.
First pitch. Strike, 0-1 now. Dario Rios is on deck. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Killip at second. Vasquez at first. 5-5 tie. 1-1. Now get away from it. Everybody moves a base. So it's a pass ball, and it's second and third. Two and two, 2-1 now. So an intentional walk, they'll load the bases for Dario Rios. 1 for 4 now with a triple and an RBI. Two intentional walks. First pitch. That hit him. That's a winner. How about a hit by pitch? Central Methodist wins it 6-5. How about that? The craziest way you can ever win a ball game on a hit by pitch. Central Methodist wins it 6-5. 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Central Methodist, they are 3-0 in the conference, 12-8 altogether. 0-3 for Park, and 8-10 altogether. So we'll have game number 2 for you. This is Quentin Norris say so long, and that's 7,900 of them. So long in a few moments.